What we disagree on most in society today is perhaps what is most important to the future of humanity. The future of humanity depends on a great movement of rehumanization. This is a vast claim, but I believe it to be true, and I don't make it lightly. What is rehumanization? Rehumanization is an effort to reverse the effects of dehumanization by restoring human dignity, helping each and every person develop a healthy sense of self, and reprioritizing people above money, objects, systems, and institutions. Rehumanization is about learning to be human again, which may sound strange, but it's amazing how often and in how many ways the average person experiences dehumanization. Dehumanization takes many forms. Some things are dehumanizing by their very nature. For example, violence, slavery, abuse, injustice, torture, poverty, sexual abuse, discrimination, gossip, objectification, and genocide. There are also many other things that are not necessarily dehumanizing, but can be dehumanizing depending upon how we approach them, such as work, technology, debt, humor, laws, entertainment, social media, and even education and consensual sex. Anytime the value and individuality of a person are being denied, that person is being dehumanized. And the more someone has been dehumanized, the more that person will operate out of a primal tendency of fight or flight. The process of rehumanization reminds us what it means to be an individual of worth. It rekindles a healthy sense of personal identity and helps us rediscover our humanity. Rehumanization is about learning to see ourselves and others as human again. It may sound ridiculous at first, but you would be amazed at how many ways we have been conditioned not to see ourselves as human beings. One of the most blatant and common examples is our inability to express our needs. To be human is to need, and yet we have been conditioned to believe that it is not all right to need certain things. In order to see and value the humanity of another person, we have to be able to see and value our own humanity. Learning to accept that we are wounded and broken is essential to the process of rehumanization. Discovering your own brokenness and realizing that you can be put back together and healed and become more beautiful and more lovable than ever before is the summit of rehumanization. Human beings with a healthy sense of self, when their basic needs are met and their survival is not threatened, want good things for other people. Anyone who wishes another person unhappiness or harm, anyone who doesn't desire good for others, is in a dehumanized condition. Emotionally healthy human beings desire good for each other. At our best, human beings, we're kind, well-meaning, generous, compassionate, benevolent, thoughtful, sensitive, tender, warm-hearted, and empathetic. Empathy is a leading indicator of human flourishing, while lack of empathy is a signal that a person is in a dehumanized state. Empathy is the natural condition for a human being who is mentally, emotionally, and spiritually healthy. This is what it means to be humane. It is time to turn our efforts toward the great rehumanization of the human family. It's time to focus on things that support humanization. It's time to celebrate those things that bring out the best in people. To accomplish this, a great shift in our culture is necessary. Our focus on money dehumanizes our relationships by making them transactional. Our focus on things leads us to dehumanize each other by objectifying people. Our focus on appearances dehumanizes our relationships by making them disingenuous. It's time to move beyond a money-oriented way of life, beyond an object-oriented way of life, beyond an appearance-oriented lifestyle, and create a people-oriented society. Is there any more urgent task before society today? Which of our problems would not be solved by seeing ourselves and others as human beings again, and treating ourselves and others as human beings of infinite individual value? Let's put our efforts toward rehumanization. While we are wasting endless hours on social media, or whatever our preferred way of wasting time is, the great suffering in the world goes unaddressed. That's the tragedy. When we waste our time, the great human suffering in the world goes unaddressed. I think about my own collaboration with evil. I think about the many times I have hurt other people throughout my life, sometimes intentionally, but mostly out of self-absorption and lack of awareness. I think about the ways I have dehumanized others. Two things haunt me when I reflect on these things: the hurt I have caused and the good I could have been doing if I hadn't been so busy being stupid and selfish. The subtlest evil of all is the opposite of love. It is diabolical and insidious. It isn't hatred. There is nothing subtle about hatred. The opposite of love is indifference. It is the Pied Piper that leads millions of people into despair. But indifference is not a force unto itself in this universe. It can only be expressed by one person to another person, from one group of people to another group of people. Indifference cannot survive in the world outside the human heart. So let us banish indifference from our hearts. We have all been indifferent toward the dehumanization of other people, perhaps because we have been dehumanized ourselves. Now is the time to embrace our own humanity, our own process of rehumanization, and champion the rehumanization of every man, woman, and child.